Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to do some cleaning. You guys saw the front view of me doing some cleaning, pulling some eggs. Now I'm going to go through the female rack that's ahead of us here and do some cleaning. These are the special project females, I call them, just because they're usually females that are set into their own tubs and stuff like that. So hopefully you'll be able to see what all's going on here. My friend Mike Rakowski said, "Oh, what do you do? Pre-cleaning before you actually do the cleaning in the videos?" So this video is more for Mike, just to show you that they actually do, poop all through their cages and stuff like that. I got to give a shout out to my boy Mike. But we're just going to go through to clean some tubs. Just might be another boring video. You're going to see some animals in this one though. Probably some cooler stuff. That's kind of separated that I'm kind of, working with. There might be a slight scratch over in this area of the camera. Sorry for that. Freaking dropped my freaking GoPro and it has a scratch on the lens now. And you can't get a new lens for the actual camera itself. So I might have to get it buffed out or something like that. But I was just testing with the camera here a little bit ago. And you couldn't really see it unless it was up in a really bright light. So hopefully it won't have any effect on what you guys are seeing or anything like that. So we're going to start cleaning. This is one of the females that I really like. She's just heavily paradox spotted. Just kind of kept her because I thought she was cool. Look at all the paradox on the sides and on the head and stuff like that. She actually came from the Marble Eye project. She's actually a Marble Eye crossed to Montanus. That pairing crossed back to itself. So it's basically Marble Eye crossed to Montanus, crossed to Marble Eye, crossed to Montanus. This is one of the babies from that. Just really cool. I thought she was really different, and I'm just probably going to keep her forever just because I'm a sucker for paradox stuff. So we're just going to put her back. She might actually be ovulating too. We'll check her whenever I'm getting back to it. This one right here is actually Marble Eye crossed to an Albie line carrot tail. So it doesn't have the crazy color. But that's what we're going to be working on to bring more color into this line as well. So we're just going to let her down. And then this is just going to be the top view of me cleaning. And I don't think she was ovulating. If she was, we'll have to get a lay box for her here. No, she's not ovulating yet, which is good because we got a ton of other females that are ovulating right now, so don't need to get her in the act right now as well. And hopefully the sound's not too off because I do have the head mount on. Usually the sound's okay though. She's starting to ovulate here. You can see the two black or the two red dots. Just kind of stir that up a little bit for her. It's pretty wet already, so we're not gonna worry about that. This animal right here, I'm probably going to breed my white and yellow het from Marble Eye 2, which actually, I think he's actually right here. White and yellow, het from Marble. Oh, there he is. Just put him in there to breed with her. That's actually bring him over back over here to the light. That's actually a white and yellow het for Marble Eye right here. He's actually got a cool paradox spot on his tail too. He's been breeding a little bit, so he's, you know, has a little bit of the thinner tail to him, but it's nothing too crazy. Hey, buddy, stay in here. Got a girlfriend for you. Forgot to put the millworms in. All right, we'll put these guys back down here. And grab the next set here. All right, this one's pretty cool too. This is actually another white and yellow crossed Marble Eye. So this is het from Marble Eye as well. And as you can see, whenever I'm vacuuming, it doesn't affect them at all. The leopard geckos, it's almost like they can't really hear it. I'm sure they can hear it, but that one's not ovulating yet either. I mean, I'm sure they can hear it. Actually, I'll give you a close-up view of this one, just so you can see it a little bit better. Just super cool looking. And this is just one of my tangerine females that it's actually not related to any other type that's out there. She's actually from she's a baby from Jack, which Jack is a gecko that I actually adopted probably about 6 or 7 years ago. That was a tangerine. He probably came from, I would say, like a gourmet rodent line. That's just the look that they have. But, you know, I haven't, like, named it anything or anything like that. It's just one of the lines of tangerine that I work with. Which, like I said, I usually work with quite a few different lines. This just happens to be one of them. And she's not ovulating either. So that's always... just got to keep going around and checking. I did see a couple of them whenever I was just looking through these guys that are ovulating. So I'll show you those ones as well. Oh, just bumped the camera again. Wow, this one's going to be dirty. These guys trashed this one. Just going to set her down into her container there. Put the lid on it. Okay. Alright, as you can see, they trashed this one. Alright, over here we have a Belle Sunglow white and yellow. You've probably seen her in the white and yellow video, and probably saw pictures of her all over the Facebook site, stuff like that. Very cool looking animal. Just very like light pastelish yellow with some orange highlights. Really cool. Put her back in. This is the Funky Jungle cross that I'm doing. It's a Funky Jungle male, which is this guy. I'm actually going to put him back in his own container because he's done. breeding with her for right now. We'll give him a rest. It's a Funky Jungle Radar male that I got off of Michael Eklund. And he's been breeding with her for... I've left him in there because the first clutch was infertile. He's probably been in there with her for 2 weeks. So I'm going to give him a break and just kind of go hang out up in his own container. And then this is a white and yellow het for radar right here. She's already laid 3 clutches. Tail's starting to get a little bit thinner on her. She's ovulating again. Like I said, the first clutch was bad, but the second 2 were good so far. So hopefully we'll get some babies out of her. Maybe some Funky Jungle Radar white and yellows. That would be the goal of that project. But like I said, she's definitely bred at this point. So we'll leave her by herself, give her some extra food, and she'll recover quite nicely, actually. I mean, she still doesn't look bad for 3 clutches. Color's a little faded, but that happens as well. Now you get to see my radar that always craps on the top of its hide. This guy right here, it's just funny. She just craps there every single time. So and then it usually just falls off to the side and stuff like that. So I have to usually wipe the top of her hide off. And then these are the poops that you want to see right here, like these big nuggets, if you will. That's definitely a good poop. Whenever they start getting like a little runny and stuff like that, that's whenever you gotta kind of watch them a little closer. Both of these girls have actually been bred already this year too. That's why this one's, they're both like a little thinner than what I like, but it happens. I mean, they definitely go through that time of year where, actually here's 2 eggs right now. So you guys can see what these eggs look like here. And again, I just toss them up on the table. Don't have to worry about like them turning over or anything like that, or getting too cold or anything. You know, it's probably about 75 in the room here, so I mean it's not like it's freezing. Let's see if she laid any eggs this time. No, nothing yet. So we'll just that one's actually pretty good as far as dampness. But these are separate radars that, this is a snow radar too, by the way, that are in individual containers because I do projects with these two. The other ones that are over in the other wall, those are the ones that I, you know, make other radars with, stuff like that. These ones are used for any crosses that I do, because these two I actually produced myself. And I know the exact genetics of them. I know that there's nothing else mixed in with them. So these ones are always my building block for anything in other projects. Like this one was just bred this year to a pure patty. So the babies will be het patty, het bell, het eclipse, and some of them will be max snow. Those babies should be pretty valuable, and to try producing snow patty radars, which would be you know, kind of cool thing to have, because I mean there really isn't even any bell patties out there. So if I you know, swing for the fences and, you know, the hatch out a bell patty, that's still better than you know, what most people have been able to do. So, and like I said, those ones have both you know, laid a few clutches already. These two as well, they're getting into a couple clutches each. didn't eat their mealworms. I'm actually going to put the male back into his cage. Belgalow male. We'll just put him in there and toss him in there for right now. Oh, the other thing too that I could show you side by side here is take a look at the two tubs at the bottom. So you can tell that this tub's much older. It's nice and scratched up, gives them a little bit more grip. This one is actually a newer tub, so it's still kind of glossy. So I actually need to go through some of these newer tubs and actually scratch them up. What I do to scratch them up, I actually use a screw and just kind of zigzag back and forth, and it scratches it up real nicely. It gives them a little bit more grip, a little bit more, or you can take sandpaper to it. It's better because if you watch, see how like that one slid a lot easier? They can really move their stuff around. See how like they're the same? I mean, they can really move their stuff around on a more glossy bottom. If you rough it up a little bit, they don't move their stuff around as much, especially lighter stuff. So we're going to go through and get these guys. I'm going to put the male back. Female is just going to go sit there for a second. She probably just laid some eggs up there because she's looking a little thinner. And like I said, doing the, up and down, sideways, up and down, sideways, that's how we know what eggs are which as we're going through. Okay, I'm going to actually put the male back. This is the radar cross to tug snow. So we'll put him back. Actually, just scared him, actually. I'll actually get him all totally set up here, because he's probably going to stay in here for a while at this point, because those two eggs were good, so he won't need to be in with that female again. And I don't know if there's any other females actually that I need to breed him to at this point. So we're just going to put him back. And then get this girl some mealworms. Nice healthy bowl full here. Put her back. What do I do with my red marker already? Did I lose it? Oh, no, there it is. Forgot to mark the snow radar as well, so I'll have to mark that. This one has some eggs in here as well. Well, at least one. Yep, there's the other one. Okay. And again, up and down. And that one's pretty good as far as how damp it is and stuff like that, so we won't have to add any water to that one. Sometimes their tails, like especially even after like the first or second clutch, their tails will actually get pretty thin on some of them. It's just each female's a little bit different. Some will get thinner faster than others. Some will stay the same size. She actually looks even thinner because she's got eggs in her belly right now. So looking down from the top, like her belly's full. But as you can see, she's got a bunch of ovulations in there. I don't know if I turned her over enough. I don't want to stress her out too much. But just for those ones, you just throw more food to them. so that they don't get any thinner or anything like that. She was actually a fasciolatus cross to. Actually, I'll put her back over here in the collar, so you can see her. She was a fasciolatus cross to a white and yellow het for bell. So she was actually breeding to a bell male to prove her out to be het bell or not. Still a very, very cool looking animal. These two, as you can see, they're not set up for breeding right now. We actually have a pretty nice Enigma that I hatched out last year, doing one of my test crosses that I wanted to hold on to. It just looked cool. And then if you notice whenever I was cleaning this one, there was actually some uneaten mealworms in there. Usually whenever that happens, there's they're either ovulating or they're getting ready to ovulate. So we're going to check her. And not quite ovulating yet, but I'm sure she's getting there. That one's not ovulating either. Don't see any of the dots. And actually, for an Enigma, that one's not too bad as far as like the spinning and stuff like that goes, which is kind of cool. I actually started making this video the other day with the other side of the rack, and the battery went dead. So I can't remember what all like I said in that one and what I need to say in this one. But again, a Bell Enigma, and then a Bell Cross that I'm working with, that I'm trying to prove out what's going on with it. Alright, this one's going to be a cool one to show you some stuff on this one. This one's actually an Enigma as well. It's a Bell white and yellow Enigma that's, I believe it's actually even het for radar too. Yeah, it's het for radar as well. She like never really got super huge or anything like that. You can actually see like side-by-side comparisons. She never really got real big. She never gets like super fat or anything like that. But she's, you know, healthy otherwise. I mean, the poops look great. It's just some Enigmas, they just don't put on a whole lot of weight. I don't know exactly what it is, but they get to a certain size and almost like kind of stop, which is, you know, kind of disappointing. Hold on one second. But as I was saying, it's kind of disappointing. Like sometimes they just don't get very big. She's actually bred though, and she was perfectly fine. Actually, that last Bell Enigma that I showed you, that's actually her daughter. So it's kind of weird how you know, some of them they just never get very big. I was actually talking to a friend about them the other day. He was saying how, you know, female Enigmas, it's just all the stresses of breeding and stuff like that, they usually do a little bit worse. And it's just one of those things that kind of happens with them. So males, I mean, they usually are a little bit better off because they don't have to deal with the you know, the rigors of laying all the eggs and all that stuff. But you know, males can still have quite a bit of the issues as well. But like I said, it was just kind of a that whole project right there was just kind of a, you know, me messing around type of thing. Didn't sell any of the Enigmas or anything like that. Gave a couple of them to some of my friends, but not really, you know, a thing that I like to sell anymore. I mean, they still make some cool looking things, but you know, I just don't feel comfortable ethically with the with, you know, selling them to just anybody anymore, just because of their issues. Not ovulating either. That's actually a bell that is from the Bright Albino line. I got her a few years ago. She's given me some cool looking babies. All right, here's a good example of something to look for during the breeding season right here. Look at how many like mealworms are left. Oh, and then if you see any of these little black ones right here, these little black beetles, these actually come in with your mealworms a lot of the time. And whenever I'm feeding, I can't really pick them out whenever I'm just, you know, collecting them out of the tub. But these are those black beetles that in the mealworm video that you saw. That they're the like the mealworm company, stuff like that. They use these in the bottom to help clean the mealworm, like poop and stuff like that. It's kind of like their bioactive substrate type stuff. So that's why you'll get like these little black beetles. They don't hurt the gecko or anything like that. They're perfectly fine walking around in the cage. If anything, the leopard gecko will just kind of leave them alone and stuff like that. But anyway, back to the see how one dish is cleared out and the other one isn't. It's a good possibility that this animal is actually ovulating. Whenever they start ovulating, they stop eating a little bit until they start breeding. Sometimes females will not eat during the whole breeding, egg laying thing. So we're going to actually check this one and see if my theory's right on this. Alright, I know she's not ovulating because she's definitely small. This is actually, I'll explain this girl real quick to you as well. This is one of my, not secret projects, but it's something that I've been working with here. I mean, look at how heavily spotted she is. Just an awesome looking animal. She's actually an eclipse. She's actually a Max Snow eclipse. You've probably seen pictures of her actually on the Facebook page. She is crossing a white and yellow Hetfer eclipse to a rainwater snow patternless type eclipse. So basically a snow patty typhoon crossed to a white and yellow het eclipse. And I got a lot of eclipse animals out of that cross. She's one of the only girls because I was actually incubating for male. And just awesome looking animal with very, very heavily spotted with the white feet. Whenever she was born, she was actually white, and then she had like 3 black dots down her back. There's pictures of her on the Facebook page as well. This is what she actually turned out to look like. So I believe the spotting is actually due to her being het patternless with the white and yellow gene interacting with it. So that's what makes her kind of look like that. Just really, really cool looking animal though. Very, very pleased with her, and actually can't wait to breed her and see what the babies look like. See if I can get more heavily spotted stuff and stuff like that. All right. And then this one, which actually I don't know why I did that yet. This one is actually a Funky Jungle from Mike Eklund as well. This is the female that I got off of him. If you notice just from looking down on the top of it, see how wide the belly is right there? And the tail's starting to thin out a little bit. She is probably actually ovulating. She's a little screamer. And if I can turn her over real quick so you guys can see without her flipping out too much, we'll see if she's ovulating. And she is. I don't know if you can see the pink dots. I'll try to flip her over as calmly as possible here. Ow. Just bit me. That should answer the question, do leopard geckos bite, right there. I'm not going to stress her out. I saw that there was ovulations. I tried to show you guys, but she's definitely ovulating. As you could see, she didn't eat all the food in her bowl. A little bit fatter through the midsection. She's starting to, like, if they don't breed right away, but they're ovulating, they'll start actually losing the fat out of their tail pretty quick as well. That's just a hormonal thing that. You know, there's a lot of hormonal changes going on in the gecko's body. They're metabolizing food a lot quicker. They're actually drawing like the fat and nutrient reserves out of their tail to go towards their ovulations and their eggs and to produce good babies and stuff like that. So that's why, like, whenever a female starts ovulating, a lot of times they won't eat. They'll start drawing fat reserves out of their tail. They'll start getting a little chunkier through the middle, and that's just the ovulations growing. So I'll actually have to put a male in with her. And what I might do with her is actually breed her son back to her. But I'm not sure exactly what I want to breed with her yet. I'll have to think about it, because there was she is het for blizzard as well. So I might throw like a blizzard to her. Or I might actually throwing her son to her that's a possible het for blizzard wouldn't be a bad idea either, just so that I could see if he was het for blizz too. But I'm actually going to not put her hide back in there, because I'm going to get one of the lay boxes for her after I'm done making the video here. So we're just going to toss this away. Alright, next stuff, we got some Typhoon type stuff here. And as you can see, just easy to scrape all this stuff off, make it a little cleaner. And as you can see how quick I'm actually going through these, it doesn't take very long to clean the tubs with the vacuum, which makes it nice. This is actually a Mac Typhoon female that's growing up, which again, the Typhoon is just the rainwater eclipse, and this one's actually a Mac Snow as well. She's just growing. So she's not ready to breed. She'll be ready to breed probably in a couple months with you know, good feeding and stuff like that. She'll be up to size. She was one of the last babies to be born last year, so that's why she's still a little smaller. But she's growing real nicely. Cool little stripe to the tail. This one was actually the mother to the last like weird looking one that I saw that you guys saw. This is actually a Mac Snow patternless Typhoon, which maybe I'll be able to show you the eyes here. She actually has two solid like dark eyes. Hopefully you guys can see that. Very, very awesome animal. She was actually the first Mac Snow Typhoon ever born. She was born back in, actually I think '09 is whenever she was born. So she's been around for a while. And for all you guys watching out there, that is not a cyclone. It's a typhoon patternless. Actually, it's a typhoon patternless snow, I should say. It's not a cyclone. Just gonna throw that out a little bit more. That's back to the whole changing names stuff. Alright, what do we got in here? Huge rainwater female. I'm actually just going to leave her sit right there because she'll probably actually stay still. Watch as I say that, now she'll be moving around and won't want to sit still. There you go. And actually, whenever I put them in the hides like that, they feel pretty secure in there. And actually, that would have been a good one to show you how they always poop in the same spot. If you go back and actually rewind this, you'll see that the poop was, they had it in a huge clump, like right in the same spot. These two females are what I like to call awesome, because they just poop in the same spot all the time. It's not all over the cage, and it just looks really, really, you know, they keep it a lot cleaner. These are the type of females that I like, that they keep it nice and clean. And actually, whenever you saw me put this one back into the hide, where I lift by the tail and kind of like twist them backwards a little bit, that doesn't hurt them at all or anything like that. They're actually quite used to me doing that. And you just got to do it very, very gently. You can't be like picking them up fast like that. Kind of support underneath them. And whenever I do that, it actually does two things. One gets them into the hide, and as I'm putting them in, I'm actually looking for ovulations. So it's one of those things that I automatically do now, just so that I'm like, flip, got it, and then I can see whether they're ovulating or not. If you actually rewind the video, you actually see me bending them back a little bit further. I'll probably show you in the next shelf here. But these animals, this one is actually... It's a blizzard patternless, so banana blizzard, rainwater. I think I had a couple requests to show a rainwater blizzard banana. This is one. She's actually het for eclipse as well. She doesn't have any pigmentation to the eyes, which the blizzards can have the pigmentation to the eyes, but that doesn't mean that they're an eclipse. So that is what this female is right there. So she's actually she's got the patternless, the blizzard, the rainwater showing, and then she's het for eclipse. So very, very cool genetic animal to have around to produce a ton of different things. This animal right here is actually just a plain rainwater that has nothing else in it, which is very, very hard to come by. This plain rainwater female right here is actually the female that whenever you guys finally get to see the rainwater marble eyes and stuff like that, she is the female that actually will be responsible for producing that whole line. I got her actually from a breeder that has had his rainwater line for a long, long time and has never crossed it into anything else. He's just always bred pure rainwaters together. And that's a shout out to my good friend Frank from Frank's Geckos that he vends at the White Plains show all the time, and we you know, exchange animals, stuff like that. So shout out to Frank. This is one of your girls. And like I said, it's his line that he's had for a long, long time, that he's never crossed anything else into it. So I'm actually very grateful that he never did. So now we can make the rainwater marble eyes with her. Oh, forgot to feed him. I'm so used to going through and not feeding while I'm cleaning that it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But I put all the mealworms away yesterday, so I have them all unpacked, so it's just easier to go through and feed them now. We got one more row here to do, and then the video will be over here. Because it's probably getting pretty lengthy at this point, but at least you guys got to see some animals. As you just saw, flipping back, she's actually ovulating. There's probably some eggs in there because her ovulations are small, and she has been breeding. Again, like these nice chunky ones, those are the nice poops. She's actually on her, I believe, if there's eggs in here, that'd be like her third or fourth clutch. Actually, it'll be a third clutch. And there they are. Oh, so you can see I just dropped one. And those eggs will be perfectly fine. That one's a little bit dented. It's probably a little dry. So we'll actually give that one a little bit extra water whenever we're putting it away. She's actually one of my really weird females. I actually call her Area 51 because she's always just been a really weird looking animal. And she is an eclipse that has like this lavender stripe down her back with like a little bit of lavender on the head. Just kind of a weird looking animal. So this year she was actually bred to a white and yellow, just to see what all she's going to produce. Actually, I'll show you her eyes real quick. Like I said, her tail's a little bit thin from breeding, but her eyes are really freaking crazy looking. She's not a marble eye. She's just an eclipse, but she's got one pretty much that's all solid, and then she's got this other like just wicked cool looking eye. And then the lavender on the head and the lavender on the stripe down the back. As you can see, she's a little thin from breeding because that was her third clutch right there. So I mean, she's been doing good this year. And as I said, she was actually bred to a white and yellow this year to see what other crazy stuff she can pop out. Her babies are always really weird looking. So I'm going to actually have to start breeding our babies back together just to see if there's anything else going on with that animal. Here's a cross that you saw me put together, I think in the one video of putting males with females, stuff like that. And it's an extreme tangerine and a white and yellow tangerine. I mean, this white and yellow tangerine is just crazy looking. I mean, look at the difference between the two. I mean, just freaking just amazing. It even has like the lavender still on it, like different tones of orange, and just really crazy looking animal. High white sides like other white and yellows. Just really cool. Maybe there'll be some eggs in here from this cross. I bet you these babies are just gonna be smoking whenever they come out. But nope, no babies yet. Let's see if we can, yep, ovulating pretty good. Still pink ovulations, so they haven't really formed into to eggs yet. So it'll probably be like another week or so before these eggs are actually laid and ready to go. So we'll just make sure that the hide's nice and wet, and we'll just leave that male in there until the good eggs come from her. Alrighty, so that's a couple of my special project females. Hope you guys liked the video. Might have been a little bit lengthy, but sorry, and my hair's probably all crazy right now. Was listening to music too while I was doing that for you guys. Yeah, hope you guys liked that one. Got to see a little bit of the special crosses and stuff like that I'm working with, which we should have babies for that stuff pretty soon. But hope you guys liked the video, and we'll see you next time.